Line, we trail 17-3. Crowd noise growing on the Florida sideline anyway. There's the snap. Murray will pump fake. Now he'll throw it into the far corner. Some pushing and shoving. Did we catch it? Yes, we did. Michael Bennett wrestled his way free to make the catch in the far corner.
Reverse the other way. Here comes Hines Ward. He got a block. He scored.
In the air, they give it to Henry. We met him in the hole and we tried to drive him back, and I don't know if we did, but it's awfully close. They make it. My God, the defense stopped them on the...
Breaks the tackle. No shot. 45, 50, 45, 40, 35. Nobody's going to catch him.
Cox to throw. Post route. Caught by Grady. Bumped by a man into the far corner. He's going to get there first. Touchdown. Running to the left. Angling 25-20. Got a block from Brown. 50, 10, 5. Touchdown. 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 Dogs win it. We're headed to Atlanta.
We go along. What does it look like in this scrimmage to wrap up?
You know what's interesting? Sometimes they're different. Sometimes coach will let them go, and then if it gets real interesting towards the end of the ball game and it comes down to a touchdown or a field goal or needing a first down, he'll let them go full out. But I think it just depends on how the guys play early. If they go out and have some real big-time intensity, I think Kirby will pull the reins back a little bit and make sure everybody gets out of here safely. But we'll see what happens, and hopefully they let it fly.
There's a pretty good list of guys that probably won't see any action today. A lot of players had post-season surgery after the Sugar Bowl 3 months ago, 3+ months ago. And you don't want to get anybody else hurt on a day like today, certainly any kind of serious injuries. But, some of the guys we don't expect to see. Ryan Montgomery, freshman quarterback, had surgery. We're not likely to see either of the Robinson running backs, Branson or Roderick. Maybe offensive lineman Monroe Freeling, who had surgery. He's on the list as we get it underway here with a Liam Badger kickoff to the end zone. The kickoffs are not live. They will return the ball, but it's touched. You touch the player down, and then they'll spot the ball on the 30, and that's from Stockton. He put it right in the hands of Lawson Lucky, who made a reaching up high, falling down catch.
Yeah, great catch. I mean, they went two-man coverage, and Lawson does a good job of winning down the middle and snagging it.
Gunner going deep, far corner in the end zone, and intercepted, I believe, right on the side of the end zone. They haven't called it yet. Yeah, now it is an interception and a touchback. Daniel Harris, the junior from Miami, picked it off from Colby Young, another Miami guy, senior. Harris with a nice read on the ball and caught it right on the sideline, stayed in bounds, and gets the touchback as they slide out of bounds in that right corner. So the Black with an interception, and they'll take over. We'll see where they put the ball down, We're taking a break now? All right, let's take a timeout. We've got a media break here at G-Day, 7:51 first quarter. And after the Black interception, we'll take a timeout there. So they were all chasing the ball. And number 5, Noah Thomas, couldn't quite get to it. Jonel Aguero, the primary defender for the Black defense.
And some we saw a couple years ago with a guy named Lad McConkey, that little inside fade we saw all the time. He always win on that route. Try to use the bigger body of Noah Thomas to get inside and just over the outstretched arms of Noah Thomas for a touchdown, and Dogs got to get 3.
About a 35-yard field goal by Peyton Woodring from the near hash, kicking left, and that kick is good from 35 yards. So that gives the red team points. Peyton at the scrimmage last Saturday here at Sanford Stadium. Of course, the band wasn't here, and 30,000 folks weren't here. He had a rough scrimmage. He was 0 for 4 on kicks between 40 and 50 yards. You never see that from him. But
he just needs a crowd, Scott. That's what it is. He needs people.
He likes it when the lights are on.
Yeah, he likes to feel a little tension, a little anxiety in his heart a little bit. So
he's a tremendous kicker. He was great last year. Only missed a couple all season long. And, in the conversation for the Groza Award and all of the kicking honors towards the end of the season. And he puts the team on the board first with a 35-yard field goal. We got about 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. We're playing 4 15-minute quarters. They'll have a running clock most of the time.
That's a touchdown for the Red.
So is that on the is that on the man running the route, or is that on the quarterback for not pump fake?
No, it's just a good job of the defender. Sometimes they get in the way. They make a good play, and I think he did that there.
They'll try a field goal here with Liam Badger. 21-yard field goal try, and it's good. And we're tied at 3 with 3:48 to go in the second quarter. So 3 apiece here at G-Day. We're back after this on the Bulldog Sports Network.
It's huge. Very true, Jeff. Very true. And you can learn a lot about guys in these situations. Not a full-packed stadium, but you still got crowd. You still got no coaches on the field besides Coach Smart being behind you. But still an opportunity for coaches to see how you operate in these situations. Will tell them a lot if we can lean on them in the fall.
4th and 6 here, and the offense will go for it. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and they'll throw it. Long ball to the right down the sideline. Branch going to go up in the air and catch it inside the 5. Now they're wrestling for it in the end zone after the defender and the receiver Branch rolled into the end zone. They're going to mark it down as a catch at the 1.
Yeah,
Jonel Aguero shock battling Branch for that ball.
And the ball was slightly underthrown. Branch had him beat. If he throws it out, he probably gets a touchdown in the end zone. But a good job of contorting his body and turning back to go get this football. And a nice job beating Aguero. I'm sure that's the matchup they saw a lot during practice.
Handoff to Frazier. Drives right in behind the center, Bobo and the guard, and that's a touchdown. A 1.5-yard run right behind those big linemen. And the little guy Frazier gets the score. So the Red, with the first touchdown of the afternoon, takes the 9-3 lead. The offensive line of Michael Uni at right guard and Drew Bobo at center.
Yeah, good job of push there, Scott. He did a good job. He lands 2 yards in the end zone, so a nice job of push up front by that O-line. You mentioned Drew Bobo, take it over center. He's going to be a big part of what they do up front and being the leader, so very nice job.
He's been injured for a little bit of the last half of spring practice, so it's good to see Drew back out there and able to go today in today's scrimmage. Point after try from Peyton Woodring out of the hole to Gunnar Stockton is on the way. There's the snap back by Bo Gardner, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. So 10-3 is the score. As the Red, nice drive by the Red offense, 70 yards and 8 plays and a 1-yard touchdown run by Nate Frazier to put them in the lead.
You got to give
Gus, a cornerback from transfer from Miami, made this tackle. Now there's a long pass by Puglisi that's intercepted on the far side of the field by the Red team. Dominic Kelly picked it off.
Is it amazing it's a number 24?
Yeah, in Mercedes-Benz, that's always been Malachi Starks.
True.
With those interceptions.
True.
Against Oregon and against Clemson. And here, number 24, Kelly, the freshman, gets his first interception. Now Phillips in the backfield with Coulter Ginn, who's the new quarterback for the black team. Play fake and a throw to Humphreys. Caught at the 6 to the corner. Pylon touchdown. London Humphreys broke the play and got in the end zone. Coulter Ginn, man, with a nice engineering of the touchdown drive out of the locker room here to start the second half.
Yeah, nice job by Coulter Ginn. They do a fake the read option, and he comes around and quickly gets the ball out of his hands and dumps it off to London, and he does the rest to get into the end zone by a 3-4 yard run there and putting his head down and fighting for that extra yard and a half. But like you mentioned, nice job by Coulter Ginn, putting the ball in some of the playmakers' hands and a little bit more to pick up a yard.
Big number 99, the redshirt freshman Joseph Jonah Ajanye forced that scramble by Puglisi that time. He had a good pass rush up the field. Puglisi to throw to his left towards the end zone. Oh, my goodness. Colby Young with a terrific catch right over the top of Daniel Harris for a touchdown. And this time the feet were inbounds.
Yeah, I think that was a revenge touchdown right there.
My goodness.
I mean, because he goes up and over, and a nice job by Puglisi here. He takes the air out of the football so it doesn't give Daniel Harris a chance to come back for the football. He goes over Harris to go get that ball. Nice job of attacking that football, and a nice throw from Puglisi as well. Harris got the interception early in the game. Colby Young says, not this time, my man.
Here on the team, are you going to give him a run this year?
I don't know. We've talked about swapping the number 69 jersey over, but I don't know if I want to give up 92. So.
There's a touchdown. Thank you, Brett.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, Gunnar Stockton back in the game, and Jeremy Bell with an over-the-shoulder catch in the right corner of the end zone for a touchdown for the Red. They had the big play while you guys were talking, Jeff, to Dylan Bell, and then the touchdown to the other Bell, Jeremy Bell.
I mean, just an unbelievable go right here. And I think just monster throws here from Gunnar, and it just lays it out perfectly into the hands of Bell, running down the right side into the end zone, and beats like Aguayo on the outside. I mean, it's an unbelievable job there from Gunnar, man, laying it out there. 2 big-time throws, one to Dylan Bell, another one to another Bell, like you just mentioned, but way to come back with a big-time play.
Yeah, the redshirt freshman Jeremy Bell from Homerville, Georgia, in Clinch County High School, 6 feet, 175. There's not a whole lot to him. He really had a nice scrimmage last Saturday, made 2 terrific catches, including one for a touchdown in that scrimmage, and then showed what he could do right there with a nice over-the-shoulder catch to beat the defender and get the score here in the G-Day game, as the point after is good. And the red team extends the lead 27-10. So Gunnar and Dylan, a couple of veterans on this roster, if you will, got back in and hooked up for a big play, and then Gunnar Stockton with a nice throw to Bell for the score.
Yeah, and that's something that Kirby always loves, is speed. Nothing you can do about the speed of Jeremy Bell. How he got on top of the defensive back, and Gunnar laid it out to him perfectly. That'll be something that'll be absolutely great teaching tape.
And Puglisi, he's nearing 50 passes. My goodness. Here's number 46. And that ball high in the air after it hit off the back or the hands of Elias Williams. He was trying to reach over the defender. I'm not sure if it hit the defender in the back and bounced high, or Williams kind of scooped it up with his hands and high, but it lands incomplete. And I think that's going to do it. The last 10 seconds will run off the clock, and then we'll be done. So we want to wait here until we can get Coach Smart. Okay, Jeff's going to get a few comments with Coach Smart here after the conclusion of the G-Day. The final score, 34-17. The red is victorious over the black. And let's go down to Jeff on the field.
Kirby saw a lot of good things from the guys today. What was your impression of the game?
Well, I got to reserve judgment until I get to watch the tape. We threw and caught the ball, made some good 50-50 plays. Thought Colby had a big play. Zach Branch had a good big play. Gunnar threw the ball well.